All right, guys, let's look at some good old commodity sand this Friday before a weekend. A lot of people are probably selling off, not holding for the weekend. So let's start us off with our favorites. As always, I'm sure you have seen the market, probably not too happy. Kind of sold off a significant amount. I know silver, we'll talk about it a lot later. Not looking good, making lower lows every day. So that's interesting. As we see, we're kind of just consolidating this area. Most likely at the end of the day, we'll see a sell off on the SPY, um, mainly because it's the weekend and no one wants to hold. So, my prediction is I'm in a call right now. I foresee it running up. And then at the end of the day, everyone taking profits and just cutting. If not, it's just going to trail sideways like this for the rest of the day. So, that's my two things personally that I believe that's going to happen here. Let's see if this is loaded up. So, let's see. Other than that, looking at can look at Forex while that's loading here. Forex similar to gold this evening. USD did run up, so I was long USD. Don't play a huge size. I have a small account. Like I said, I only have I started out this account off with $1,000, so I just been making like on average $50 to $100 a day right now. I closed some of my other positions, um, so up $70 right now on the day. USD CHF. Pretty much just a USD pair. Pretty much, we're coming up to this major resistance here in the 200 EMA, so that's where we're pulling back right now. I'll probably take profit here before we close the end of the day, as well as the euro is selling off because, like I said, USD is rising up, and also the nice thing about euro is you can short this because, as you see, it is on a continual downtrend and it has not changed. Right now, we had a little consolidation here and we ran up. But when I saw it hit this 100 EMA, that's when I started to short it, especially because gold was in a zone where it was going to pull back. So those two things alone was a pretty good signal for me. As you see, it was a pretty major spot right up here in this area. So I was kind of hoping it would hit this area like it did back here. But I guess you could really make this into like a zone like right there. Yep, that would be it. Sell it right down to here. Looking at the 1 hour to see when I would take profit. We are on this little up channel. I will probably take profit probably very soon, if not right now. But I was hoping it would come down to here, but it is at that major support right here. So we might just stay there for right now. Probably won't swing any of this over the weekend because I'm already in the money as of right now, and it could gap up if gold does. That's that. Yeah, fair enough. Finally, natural gas. Looking at this first here, we're in this kind of consolidation area as always. It did run up again. I wasn't Dgaz because it's in this horizontal pattern. I am in Dgaz. I did average down in Dgaz today, this afternoon. Right now, it's looking like it's going to sell off. I think it's going to. It hasn't made any higher highs. It's just continually selling off. Um, if it does go any higher, I would just add right here, and then we're definitely going to see it come down. If it breaks above that, cut your losses. But like, actually, not really. I still wouldn't cut my losses because the trend is down. Like this thing is not going to come back up to here. It's not going to come back to 4. It's not. It's just not. It'll come up to here, possibly 3.9. I don't see it going any higher than that. If you're in DGAS, you can average down. I'm holding that for the weekend. We will probably stay in the spot for a while. If not, just break below it and keep going. So that's that. Like I said, looking at next. While it's loading, I can just check it out here. This is just gold USD, just on a different platform. It takes forever. So as you see here, this was the spot where I shorted it yesterday on the daily. You can see why it was back here. These are all zones I made a long time ago, and that's why it bounced here, because way back in the day, probably you see on the weekly. Yeah, well, that's not really the best depiction, but well, you can see it was kind of an area right over here. So that is why that was an area there, just an old major support, now new resistance, right around that area here. So once it got to there, I did take position a little early. 1263 was when I entered. So if you look at the hour, I entered right here, and it got up to here. and I averaged down right to here, a 1% stop loss. If it went any higher than right about this area here, or a percentage of that my 1% of my account, I would cut it. But it did not. And as I just trailed it, had my stop up here, and I went to bed, and I woke up, and now gold is down here, starting to come back, mainly because probably the market is, yeah, I'm selling off, kind of unsure. So gold will probably just like pull back here. I probably will just take my profit and leave. So it bounced there. Why did it bounce there? It's probably because of this 21 EMA. To be honest with you, a little tough call. That's not an area or anything for me right now. This would have been the area to buy, but it broke it. Look at that, staying right. So if it closes above this, then it's still in an uptrend. But let's see, why did it stop here? I guess it's just that it must have been that 4 hour on the 21 EMA. So this was my Fibonacci retracement. Oh, that's why it was 50%. So that's perfect. That's exactly what we wanted to see. Actually, if this was actually drawn correctly, you would see that perfectly. That should be up here. Look at that. That's why I bouncer. 50% retracement. Probably come up to 382 and sell back off would be my guess, and USD would take over. But there's a lot of fear in the market, so I wouldn't guarantee it. Like I said, just play this area when you're sure of the trend. But like I said, it's probably going to pull back to 382 and then see where it is from there. Make your decision there. If you don't want to hold over the weekend, you don't have to, because there probably will be news. There always is, especially right now with the way the market is. So that's that on gold. So if we look at it, yeah, same thing. So then crude oil, I need new internet or something. Luckily, I have this other chart. Crude oil down here. Alrighty, so crude oil down in this zone here, it is nothing, but it's kind of like catching a falling knife. I would not enter this. I would not short this. I would not be in this if I were you guys. I'm only on 80 shares, so I am down. I will average down once I see an actual bottom. As of right now, I believe I said that the 45 would be a bounce spot here. Besides that, 43 would be another one. This is on the weekly, so this is kind of, so right down here would be another one right in this area. 42. And then we're at the 45. So where did I say? This is on the weekly too, so that's a little tricky. Tricky. Oh, we are on this future support. It wouldn't surprise me if we actually went up from here, but I know I've been saying that for a while, so I don't really want to hold me to it. I would just wait till you actually see a perfect signal. If you look back here, this is on the daily. Let's see. We are on this pretty solid area right here. Let's see. Let's see right there. Hey, really nice one. And these are all just resistances. There. And obviously down here. Kind of sloppy. I don't really like that. I guess that would be a zone more to say. That'd be more of a zone. More like right to there. It's kind of larger. I don't like that exactly. Right to there. Because it bounced there too. So that's how I got that. Not exactly the favorite, but right to there. Bounced there a few times. So this, I guess, would be a zone as well. Right to here. So this area right here. Bring this up a little bit. I guess what's up. So, and let's see where that is on today's chart, because those are just areas from the daily. It's probably not going to be 100% accurate, but so it did break below that a little bit. So, like I said, that was just a quick estimate of where it'd be. did break below it right here. Then it came back up, and now it's kind of bouncing off it. So you can see it's definitely held there. That would be a buy, 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 and as soon as it broke it, you would what you would actually do is you would enter in double or nothing right here. Put a 1% stop loss right here is where I got stopped out, but then you could have re-entered as soon as you saw it come back in here. Now broke above that, and now it's just bouncing on it. So if it closes above this, that'd be fantastic. It's got to close above it, or else we're going to just keep on going down. Don't trust it. I'd still wait till we make another higher low. That is just me personally. So that's for crude oil. And that's really about it for right now, guys. If you have any questions, I could do another video over the weekend. Not a big deal on that. Maybe we can do some like random supports, resistance, how to get my areas and stuff like that. But as of right now, like I said, gold has been a short all day. So I just trying to recover to that 382, like we said. I'll probably get rejected there. Oil not figuring itself out, and natural gas is still a sell. The reason it is going up is because it's a hedge against the entire market itself. Market is selling off. Hedge fund managers put their money in natural gas. So you might see this run up, but I don't. I mean, here'd be my next area I'm going to double down on right here. I do have some saved up. I'm not in a crazy position here, but this is really, that's a great spot. If it goes to here, I'll just buy a lot more because this thing's going down. So we'll see. I will hold that over the weekend, guys. But if you have any other questions, let me know. Until then, I'll talk to you all later. And don't hesitate and ask me anything that you have to need to know. So I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.